Without further ado, and with nothing but pleasure, that I would like to welcome Daniel Ogunmodede, coach of Remo Stars, brand new Nigerian champion, to Game On tonight. Coach, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm sure the celebrations are still continuing wherever you are. It's been fun here in Nigeria, in Lagos as well, because Remo Stars has a lot of fans. But Coach Daniel Ogunmodede, thank you for joining us tonight on Game On. First question out of the gate, how are you feeling right now?
I'm fine. I'm feeling very excited, and it's a dream come true for my personal ambition, for the group, the team, the club as a whole, and the project. It's been a decade now that we have been on this, and today we eat the dividends of our hard work, resilience, dedication, and discipline towards making this project come to reality.
Mm-hmm. Well, no less than the president of the Federation, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has also sent his congratulations to Remo Stars, to the coaching crew, the staff, the players, and of course, the owner of the club, Kunle Soname as well. That must also give you some major smiles, as it were.
Of course, yes. Knowing fully well that to know that the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria could recognize what we are doing is motivational for us. And I must give a big kudos to the president of the club, because after God, and I think it's him, because of his patience over the years, he has invested massively on my person and the project with so much trust and belief. And it comes with patience, because it's not easy to spend money and you find out your money famished at a point. But yet, this is somebody that never gave up spending at a point. There are challenges that almost make us to want to give up, yet he doesn't give up on what I can do, what the group can do, what we can achieve as a unit. And today, like I told you, we eat the dividends, and it comes at a point where he will never forget that for the rest of his life. Mm-hmm. We are happy it happens on the day of his birthday. Mm. So, and that is a great reward for what he has done to we young people out there.
Mm. Oyechi Obaro is here as well. Oyechi, you have a question for the coach?
Yes, of course. Coach, congratulations. I know that just like Tunde said, when you appointed the coach of the side, he said Daniel who will take over. But this is Daniel Ogunmodede Ijabol. You've brought that to the fore, and we can see that. But you know that Remo Stars were likened to Arsenal because you tried 2022, 2023, 2024, keep ending up in the second, third position in the Nigeria Premier Football League. But what really spurred you on, even after Enugu Rangers picked the title last season?
Well, first and foremost, we are not Arsenal. I quite understand people have the feeling we are used to bottling the league. Mm. And for those that care to know, I keep telling people we have our target. There is a set target the owner of the club gave me, but for me, I'm not under any pressure since I've been doing the job from my youth days as the director for youth football. And you know, we are not Arsenal. We are not Arsenal. We are Remo Stars. This is Remo Stars. And presently we are the champion. We are the champion. So we are not, just take it away that we are not we're not going to bottle the league. We are not Arsenal. Nonetheless, I think 3 seasons ago we came third. 2 seasons ago we were second. We lost the league with just a goal margin, and last season we lost on the last match day. So, and I can bet you, since the inception of this project, we try to build a culture that is going to outlive us, even me as the technical manager for the club, the coach for the club. We have set a standard and a culture, a behavioral pattern that will outlive us, that is sustainable over the years. That is what the owner of the club has done in terms of creating a platform for coexistence and success of what we are seeing today. So, for sure, like I told you, we know what we are targeting. We know what we want. It's just like people clamoring for us in the Champions League. It's step by step. Some years the club was struggling to even be in the second division. After then, we were struggling to be in the first division. We relegated twice in the NPFL. But just like I was telling you, we have somebody, an exceptional leader that never gave up. He trusts the process. This is his question to me, Daniel, you're sure this is going to work? It's going to work. Okay, let's go again. That's his response. And we go the following year again. So, and along the line again, now 3 years ago, we become a contender in the league. We're forced to be reckoned with. Today, we are champion. I can bet you, Onye, tomorrow, we will be contender on the continent. One day, we will be champion on the continent too. So it's a process. We understand it will take time. It's not a rocket science. It's not a rocket science. And for sure, we understand that. And the most important thing for me is the owner of the club understand and respect that.
Okay, that's absolutely very, very important. We also have Kasim Elegbede, one of Nigeria's finest journalists, former editor of Complete Sports, Complete Football Magazine, I beg your pardon. Kasim, you have a question for the coach?
Actually, thank you, Tunde. Thanks so much for having me. It's not a question as such. I just want to congratulate him. It's a very laudable achievement. And the truth is, Nigeria has not won the CAF Champions League as much as we should have, as one of Africa's foremost pillars of football. So going to the continent next season, they are going to be carrying.
Oh, wow. I think the network is frozen now. But, Coach, I have to come back to you. And the scenes at the Remo Stars Stadium yesterday were absolutely brilliant. There was one in particular that I most enjoyed the most. Your wife joined you on the pitch, and the emotion was palpable. Just how key has she been in terms of supporting you? And there she is, coming right behind you. You didn't see her coming. Oh, there it is. Beautiful scenes. Absolutely wonderful scenes. I just want to ask, you know, a lot goes down behind the scenes for footballers and managers that nobody ever really talks about. Just how key has she been, you know, in terms of, you know, helping you to success today?
Sorry, my network went off. If I can hear the question again, I will be fine.
Okay, Coach, I was asking, you know, a lot goes on behind the scenes for footballers and coaches, never really at home, traveling, always on the road. But your wife joined you on the pitch yesterday to celebrate with you. Just how key has she been to your success at Remo Stars?
Like I told you, I think I was hearing about. I think I was hearing about the issue of how we're going to do in the Champions League before my network went off. And just like I was saying before, that comment. First and foremost, I need to thank you for commending our effort and for the congratulatory words. It's thank you very much. And secondly, well, unfortunately, we love rocket science in Nigeria. We love fire brigade approach. But unfortunately, we in Remo Stars, we try to have our direction. We are like a vector quantity and not a scalar quantity. We have magnitude and a particular direction. personally as a coach, as a Nigerian coach, that I know what the problem look like, might not be promising so much in the continent for now. Because the question you're going to ask yourself is, what have we done to be prepared to compete on the continent? My answer is, in the last 5 years, nothing. Talk of the coaching education, we have not done anything. A very long time, we have not done CAF coaching course, and for over 8 years, and we are just doing now. And we want to compete with another leader, Al-Ali of Egypt, that their coaches have already CAF Pro, a Moroccan team that their coaches have already done CAF Pro, whereas we still struggle with CAF C, CAF B here. We need to be realistic. This is what we do in Remo Stars. Let me tell you, the biggest secret in Remo Stars is we do sincere evaluation of our performance every year. Where did we go off? Where is our strength? Where do we need to work on? We try to do that. Look at the owner of the club. Now, particularly myself, he has invested so much on my coaching education. I go to conferences, maybe max 2 months abroad, 3 months, max convention, interpersonal relationship with clubs abroad. So, but how many coaches have the opportunity to do that in our country? It's difficult. But unfortunately, everybody wants the head of the coach when the club is not doing well. But are we prepared for it? We are not. We are not.
I get that, Coach. But I need to ask you that question I asked you earlier on. The scenes at the final whistle against the Niger Tornadoes yesterday, your wife joined you on the pitch. Just how key has she been behind your success at Remo Stars? Oh, wow. I think, his network is frozen. I hope we can get Coach Dan back. But, Onyechi, this beautiful scenes. These are the kind of things that we love to see, the human angle stories. Yeah. You can see that.
You said behind every successful man, there's a woman somewhere. Yeah. And this is support. There was a time when Pep Guardiola had a down time.
Oh, yeah, true.
Manchester City. And we later heard about his divorce case with his wife. That's how pivotal a partner can be, of course, to your success, both on and off the pitch. And for Coach Daniel, for the fact that she knew how important it was for him to clinch this. This is what he has always wanted. He has always tried for a few seasons right now.
She'll probably be watching him struggle,
I'm very certain that she must be that sporer. She must be that person that has been telling him that you can do it. You will be able to clinch this one anytime. And 2025, here it is.
Yeah. Kasim, if you're still with us, we were talking earlier on. Okay, wonderful. Coach, we were talking about your dear wife who joined you on the pitch yesterday to celebrate with you. How key has she been behind your success?
My wife is my manager.
Thank you.
Okay. My first point of contact. I could remember most of the time, like I told you, this is a very long journey. Most of the time I got home sad, and I have somebody that tried to tell me, my friend, take it easy on yourself. For sure, it is going to be better with time.
I gave her a flower.
She gives me a lot of confidence. She tried to motivate me intrinsically where no one is, And this is when it's more important. When I try to beat myself, she tried to take away the cane from me. Like, take it easy, just relax. She has great belief in me. She motivates my players on her own, even without my consent. She has really done her part as a wife, and we've had our up and down. It's normal.
But
most of up and down comes from the job. I brought a lot of bitterness to the family through the job, because when I lose, the family is not settled. I can tell you.
I can imagine. Well, you know, the Bible says it very clearly, he who findeth a good wife findeth a good thing. So you are definitely in good hands. But finally, Coach Dan, before we let you go, everybody is holding up Remo Stars as the poster child for Nigeria football. The future of Nigeria football, they say, is private football. Ikorodu City, closely following in your footsteps as well. 2 private clubs in the top 4 of Nigerian football, top 5. There's a possibility that 2 private clubs might represent Nigeria in CAF Club competitions next season. Is this the future of Nigerian football, in your opinion? You've worked with government clubs, you've worked with private clubs. Is the future of Nigerian football in private football hands, or do we still have to continue with this private clubs on one hand, government clubs on one hand?
Yeah, Koiki, like I was telling you about this Champions League team, we want good team, but we don't want to be prepared and invest in people. Human capacity is one of the best things to do to conquer the future. Ikorodu City, a case study. The coach of Ikorodu City is my mentee. He works with me for 2 years.
Interesting. Nuruddin Aweroro is your mentee?
Yes, he was one of my assistant coaches. We qualified together. We came second together twice. He was part of my crew. And I allowed him to go to Ikorodu City to move on with his career. So, and you could see what is happening to Ikorodu City. It's not a rocket science, like I told you. If we are not trying to invest, most really on coaching education, we might be arriving at nothing. Because to whom much is given, much is expected. And you can't give what you don't have. If you don't have competent coaches, well-equipped coaches, it's difficult to have good players, and it's difficult to showcase good footballing. And the future is bright if we can invest on coaching education. It's not difficult to compete on the continent. It's not difficult. The only difficult thing that we are going through is coaching education. If we make this coaching education available, which the NFF is trying to do now, like I told you, they've started the CAF B. I can see they are trying to start the instructor course again, which is a very good thing. In Europe, you have 23 years, 24 years old boy with a UEFA Pro license already. With a UEFA Pro license. So, I want to do my UEFA, I have to go to Europe, I have to spend a lot of money over Naira. Tell me one coach that works normally that can afford to do that in this country. It's difficult. So you see why we have so much problem in our football. Mm-hmm. But unfortunately, we don't think to this aspect. We only think you just need to, because we don't respect the job as a professional job. You know, everybody is a coach. But in my case, it's no. Just like a banker, you can't just walk into a bank and become a cashier and start counting money. No.
True.
You cannot just walk into a lab and say you want to make tests. You cannot just walk into a theater and say you want to perform operation. But in football, anybody can just talk to it and think it's just, well, remove this number 2, bring in number 3. So we don't give so much respect to coaches. So we feel they don't need anything to survive. It should be football. Just if you put Kamaru here and Lagbaja, they will just run the line. And so until we give so much respect to this job, then you can hold coaches too responsible. Mm. Every coach should be responsible for their actions. If I fail in Remo, I take responsibility. Mm. Yes.
But the question really was, is it easier to succeed for Nigeria football with private clubs or with government clubs? From what you
yes, exactly. That is where I'm going with you. Mm. Private, it's very easy if they do the same thing like Remo Stars is doing.
Okay.
Invest on coaching education, like I told. That's my point. Mm-hmm. I've attended thousands on countless seminars, countless of coaching courses, with a lot of investment from the club. Hmm. So it is easy. It is easy, not just even private club alone. Even from the government, it's possible. But most importantly, from private investors, from private club, from private people, these things are easily achievable. But with patience.
Coach Dan Ogunmodede, thank you so much for joining us tonight on Game On. It's an absolute...
Yes, I need to let you know.
Okay.
This is my decade with Remo Stars.
You've been with Remo Stars 10 years now.
Yes.
Wow, that's quite rare in Nigerian football. Very, very.
For 6 years, I was the assistant coach and the director for youth football.
Interesting.
And for 4 years, I was the head coach of the first team.
So it's been a long, well-structured process that has eventually brought you to this success.
I joined Remo Stars January 2015.
Incredible.
From Crown Football Club of Ogbomoso.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. So.
Coach Dan, thank you so much again for joining us tonight. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. And on behalf of everyone here at News Central, we'd like to congratulate you again for becoming the first Nigerian club in 25 years to win the NPFL as a private entity. Thank you so much.